What is up, everyone? Let's give it a minute here for everyone to come into the chat. And in the meantime, I'll get all my windows here ready. I'll put chat on for a little bit too for some of you guys who are actually going to be hanging out and chatting. I just don't know if I should leave it on just yet. So let's just hang out for a bit. We'll have a chat, say hi to everyone, and we'll get started from there. Also, I got to show you guys this car thing again. If you guys were here the last time I was streaming the other night, that thing was going crazy like it was possessed. Started creeping me out again today. I had to unplug it. Hey Calico, what's up? Yeah, speaking of this thing, I started taking it apart. So, funny enough, hey, what's up, Scarlett? Let me show you something about this car. In order to go forward, you push up, right? Like you normally would. And to go back, instead of pushing down, it doesn't let you go down. Like it's stuck. It only lets you go up, but it won't let you go down, right? So if you want to go backwards, you have to hit back here. And it'll come on, see? And then you can't push up. So this one only goes down, this one only goes up. So you can only go backwards or forward. There's no way to turn it. I mean, I guess you could go forward and backwards at the same time, but it won't work. Because forward always overrides backwards. Yeah, it's old. Yeah, for sure. I know you know because you sent me this, but for people who are watching who may have never seen a car that works like this, because I haven't. Like, I thought for sure that when I took it apart, that I would find some sort of servo up here in the front that made the wheels turn from left to right whenever you turn, you know, this thing a certain way. But it actually only has forwards and backwards. So in order for me to make this thing work for what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to add a servo here up front that can actually push this little piece of plastic here left and right. Because if it does, you see that the wheels turning. I mean, it's not connected right now to the shocks, so I took them off. The shocks are kind of cool. This just kind of goes right here. And then this little piece goes in there. And then the shock works like that. Let me get the thingy in the hole and then I'll show you. Alright, thingy's in the hole. You can see the spring there. Now it's got some springiness to it. But yeah, there's still no left or right turning, so I'm gonna have to like kind of rig a way for it to turn. And I think it already has the ability to do that in the code. If not, I'll just add it. And then the other cool thing I saw about this thing is there's no, like, when you got like a drone or something, you got like a flight controller on it, right? And it's basically a board that you put a firmware on it, and the firmware tells the drone what to do, and then you've got a lot of sensors that it's reading so that it knows what the drone's doing. So for example, if you're flying a drone and then you tilt, there's a gyro on there that'll let the code know in the firmware that it's tilted, and it'll know to correct itself if you need it to, or however you have it set. So this one though, this one doesn't have anything like that, right? I know it's not a drone, but cars also have like a brain sometimes that controls everything depending on what you're doing. But this one's kind of cool how it's set up. This one is just a bunch of resistors and transistors and capacitors. That's it. There's not even like normally you would find some sort of remote transmitter and receiver device so that you can use a controller with it. But this one is literally just an antenna soldered on to this board, and then the antenna is wired to these, you know, all these resistors and everything else. So I don't really know how it's wired because I haven't really looked at what's wired to what yet. I haven't followed all the paths, but I'm going to try and see, make a little outline of everything. But it's kind of cool because I can just remove this part of it completely, right? This whole board that's in here, I'll remove it. This is my plan. Then I might 3D print a new thing to hold on the wheels with a new gear ratio, because right now there's plastic gears inside this little black box, and then the motor's right here on the side. I'll pull it out. I can do it without breaking anything. Doesn't matter because I can fix it. Let me get the wheel off. There we go. So that's the little motor that's on there right now, and I'm planning on basically upgrading that to a bigger motor or maybe a brushless motor. So then that motor, the new motor, will go in here instead, but I'll probably have to add a different gear ratio because it's going to be going so much faster than this thing does. The wheels, I could just leave the wheels as they are. I don't need, these are actually really good wheels. They're very airy and bouncy, and it's got good shocks on here. The back shocks, kind of cool how they work. I'll show you guys. There's these little pieces right here. Okay, so you see those little pieces in here that are screws? Or there's like little screws right there. And then there's like a hole right behind the screws. So the bar, this bar right here on the bottom goes into those holes, and that's it, right? That's what's holding this whole back gear thing on. And then the top part is connected to these two shocks. So when you bounce the back tire around, let's do it this way, when you're hitting stuff, this whole thing can bounce around freely. So it would be very easy to redesign something like a new box with a new gear ratio back here and just replace this part. Keep this all the same size so I could still use the same tires, maybe even widen it so the tires come out a little bit more, so that it gives it like a lower center of gravity and everything too. That way, as it's going faster, it'll have a harder time flipping. I haven't thought of a name yet, but this one's gonna take some work. But it's gonna be cool because this one here I'll be able to drive from the house as well, but I'll also be able to like have it automated driving to where it can just drive itself. So like essentially I could put a whole path in the graveyard out here and like turn it on, and it could just drive around the graveyard following the path without hitting the grass or anything. Like it would be able to do that on its own. So that's kind of cool. But you know, it's going to take some work to redesign that to make it work, but the parts that are here will work perfectly for it. So thank you for sending me that. You like calling it the Possessed Mobile? Maybe we got to give it a name like Casper or something. Then I'll have to paint it all white. I had it on this morning. It's been on for like a day and a half because I had it here on my desk and I forgot to turn it off after I last got done using it. And this morning I sat on my desk and it started like doing some weird thing. And I was like, okay. Oh, there it went again. You saw that right before I turned it off. There goes that little spin. I'm not doing that. Like, look, I'll put my hands right here. Let's see if it does it again. I don't know what's causing it to move, but there's definitely something that's making it want to go haywire at some point. Like something is either touching something wrong or... Hey, wait, that came out wrong. Well, now it's not going to do it, right? Oh, wait, there. So weird. I don't know what's up with it. But it don't matter because those electronics are going to get out. Now, if you guys wanted to talk about the crypto stuff, I'll tell you guys about it. And no, you idiot wits, I don't need supplemental income, and I stream whenever the fuck I want, and that's the best part about it. I don't have to come on here and stream, and because that's not my like job, right? Like, I get paid for my videos that I upload, so I don't have to worry about live streaming to make a living. And most of the time when I live stream, I don't make any donos anyway. Right now, actually, I have the dono thing on, but normally I've been having that off lately. It's supposed to be showing all of it, and now it's not. What the heck? Oh, did it get hidden? Yeah. Let me move the events box back down. That's weird. Yeah, it's acting up. I have it activated, but it's not showing it. Let's try this again. There we go. There. How do you feel about that? Now I can beg for donos. I can be like, hey, look at those last people who donated up there in the corner. You're gonna want to go and donate so your name can take their names off the list, because your name's more important to be up there, right? So just everybody start donating so you can all get your names all up here, just on this list, because it's really important for you to get your name on this list. Trust me, you don't want to miss out. This is your best opportunity ever in the world. TJR. What is up, my fam? You know, TJR will tell you. Best opportunity right now. Get your name up on the list. What is this list for? Not a damn thing. Just to tell everybody that you donated to me, and it makes you feel special. All right, wits? All right. All right. No, I didn't stream last night. You want to know why? Because I was busy trying to talk to my family instead and helping them make money, because I've been doing that and they've been doing great, and it's awesome because I've been telling all my close friends and relatives since before all this shit took off that they should probably start jumping into it before all this shit took off, and guess what? They did. And people in my family already more than doubled their money just by fucking around and all that. So I figured, why not tell my friends on stream that watch me on a regular basis what I'm doing, and maybe I can help them also do the same thing, because there's a lot of crazy stuff that's about to happen and maybe they don't know about it. So why not live stream and just tell everybody? I have to fix my keyframe frequency apparently, so let me do that real quick before I get started here. Mr. Video Editor over here. I know I'm not on a regular basis. I'm sorry, bro. I know you miss me when I'm not on. I love you too, and I will come on more often if you miss my face. If you really want to see me more often, just for you, I will be here. You just ask, say the word, DM me, hit me up on fucking Discord, because we all know you're a fucking Discord fam, right? You're a Discord fam, right? Alright, hang on. I'm gonna fix this. I'll be right back. Alright. Alright, did it work? Did it work? Is it better now, YouTube? Yes, it says excellent connection. I'm amazing. I made it work. How about that? Excellent, excellent, excellent connection. Hey, Chech, don't you put words in my mouth, or anything else for that matter. Maybe some other time. Not today. I'm not hating on you, Wits. You're welcome to come hang. I'm sorry that I don't stream enough for you, but I have other stuff that I do sometimes other than just stream. And plus, like, I find that if I stream every single day, I don't get the chance to do the other things that I want to do, because I'm spending all day like answering people's questions or showing people stuff instead of just focusing on the things that I want to accomplish. So like, if I need to change all the fish tanks and, you know, clean all the waters and the do like water changes and clean the filters or whatever else. And then I'm working on these robots over here. I got this one. I got the one behind me over here, the red one. I've been helping my friend with some stuff. We actually started a cool new project that she's been making some money on, and I've been helping her with that. And then plus the crypto stuff, I've been helping my friends and family to try to earn as much as they can before all this stuff takes off. As far as Doge goes, you want to hear something funny? So I got Ashley to buy some Doge as well, and I bought some. But I bought some the first day that it started kind of skyrocketing, because I always thought, like, I don't want to throw my money into Doge because I know how quick it's going to dump. So I've always kind of like just kind of shied away from it. I'm like, you know what, if I'm going to buy some Doge, it's going to be like a little tiny bit here and there, but I don't really want to dump like a lot of money into it. So I'm like, all right, cool. Then it just dumped on me, and I was like, whatever. I have like almost 300 Doge coins. So I'm like, whatever. I hear that, I started hearing like little things about how Elon might enable Dogecoin to be a coin that is allowed to purchase something off the Tesla store. So like maybe you could buy a Tesla with Doge. Then, of course, most of you who are already into crypto probably heard this morning that Elon just got approval from the SEC apparently to buy a shit ton of Bitcoin with Tesla funds, or his funds, and there was like, what, 1.5 billion or something like that. There was something $1 billion worth of it, okay? And Wits, what are you talking about? I'm not a part of IP2 anymore, and if you're talking about what other streamers are doing on there, I don't know, but you can let me know. Are they talking about crypto too? Because if they are, there's a reason for this, dude. And maybe you're not understanding what Bitcoin is, or what blockchain technology is, or any of these other coins that people are putting their money into. And if you don't understand it, that's fine. Like, I'll explain it to you in layman's terms so you can understand why everybody's talking about it right now. If there's anything that I can tell you right now that you're gonna fucking listen to, like, understand that possibly by the end of this year, everything you do, you're going to be able to do with Bitcoin or cryptocurrency in some way. Whether it's going to McDonald's and buying a burger, or depositing Bitcoin into your bank account, okay? If ICE has been streaming about stocks, that's cool. Yeah, I know, like, the whole GME took off. Like, everybody jumped into it. Like, now 2021 is like all stocks. Like, everybody's into stocks. All of a sudden, everybody's a stock trader and a crypto trader, right? And that's cool, man. Yeah, ABZ's trading crypto. That's awesome. Like, I want everybody to get into it, right? And yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, like, I have my money in crypto. I've had my money in crypto since last year, and I think it was like last year in January or something. Let me check my account real quick. I'm gonna check the exact day that I first got it, because I have a wallet from like 2011 when I used to work with people who were like, oh shit, look at Bitcoin right now. Look at this. Tell me that this shit's fake, dude, that it's a scam. Look at this. And if we go back per days, look at this shit. Look at this shit, okay? This has been going on. Look, September it was low, October, and then all of a sudden around November time it started all taking off, and now it's at a point where it's almost at $45,000, where everyone in the news and all these people were saying, dump all your Bitcoin, dump all your Ethereum. It hit 40,000. It's never gonna hit 40,000 again. You should sell now so you can make your money because everybody's gonna dump. Well, guess what? Today, you just find out that there were billions bought in crypto and that it's going to be allowed. And not only that, there's news here. Let's look it up right now to tell you. I just want to show you instead of tell you, because otherwise you're not going to believe me. Visa website, okay? Let's go to their website right now. What's this? First page. Solutions page. Crypto. Big things can happen when you combine crypto with the power of one of the world's largest payment networks. Contact us to learn more. Look at this. Visa crypto APIs. Finance tech. BlockFi, Coinbase, Crypto.com. These are all big names in crypto, right? And Visa is going to start allowing you to purchase and do stuff with crypto, right? If they haven't already. But they're going to be getting into it more, okay? Apple Pay is getting into crypto. So you'll be able to use like Apple Pay with your crypto, right? Like, this shit isn't a scam, dude. Like, this is the technology that the world is turning into these days. If you want to invest in crypto right now, this is what I would say. First of all, these huge increases that are coming right now are because all these big businesses and famous people are jumping in. So they're dumping millions of dollars into it, right? People are normally worried because crypto is like really volatile and the shit just like collapses overnight, and all of a sudden you just dumped $10,000 into crypto and now you just have $1,000 left because everything dumped. Here's the thing, if that happened tomorrow, right? If all my money that I put into crypto ever was gone, and tomorrow morning I just saw that I had like $5 left in my account, I wouldn't even worry at all. Because if all of these companies are really adopting it like you see is happening, the number that it's at now is a low number. Like, people are like, oh, I can't buy a Bitcoin, it's $30,000. Like, buy a little, okay? Like, if you want to get into it, first of all, go to Coinbase, go to Binance.us if you're in the US, go to Binance.com if you're outside of the US, go to Kraken.com, and just sign up for an account and get verified. They're going to ask you for your bank information, your driver's license. Some of them ask you to take a picture holding up your card. Like, do whatever you got to do, get accepted, right? Because here's what's going to happen. If you take your money, let's say, okay, I'm broke, right? I don't have a lot of money. I don't have like thousands of dollars in the bank. So what I did was I started buying like little by little over time. I never went and threw like a bunch of money into it because I don't have a bunch of money to throw in. So since last year, I had like little tiny bit of money that was just going in here and there. And when it started going up fast after the halving, I threw in an extra $100 just to go, oh, let me put in an extra 100 to play around. Now, I'm going to teach you how to make $30, okay, right now. I know that's not a lot of money, but I'm going to show you exactly how to make at least $30 right now in your wallet, in your crypto wallet. Leave that money alone. Don't do anything with it. Don't sell the coins. Just keep them. And then tell me fucking 6 months from now if you haven't made any money, okay? And I guarantee you those coins that you earn today are going to be worth more then. And I only say that because the ones that I actually got, yes, Coinbase rewards. You already know, Jay. So last, what was it? Sometime last year, I got into it where I bought the, well, not bought, but I earned the Coinbase things. There were like these rewards that you get for watching videos and going through like some of they have these little videos and text you got to read, and then you got a test that you take and you answer the questions, and if you answer them wrong, you can go back and re-answer them again and get them correct. They give you coins for answering those and learning about different crypto because they want you to get into buying into crypto, right? So you start out with these coins. I did last year. And then when the halving happened and all that, I started seeing that these coins I got are worth more, right? So I got like that, I did like a Google Sheets thing where I keep track of everything. And you need to do this. Like, if you're not doing this, go back and do this, because I took the time to go back and redocument all of my purchases in crypto ever since the beginning, since last year. And I put everything on a list so I could see how much I paid for it, how much I sold it for, what day, what it was worth at the time. I have automatic calculations going to tell me how much I'll make or lose if I sell it right now, like all this shit. I'm going to show you guys how to do all that because it's more advanced stuff that most people are probably not doing. But it'll probably help you guys. Yeah, they give you like $10 in Compound, that's right. And Compound is on the rise, and Compound was one that I made money from because it rose. So here's the thing, like when I signed up for it, let's say I got one Compound, right? Let's say they gave me one for watching the video. If you go do that now, you might get like 0.02 because whatever that dollar's worth is way less. than it was, you know, like, because it's worth more now, you get less, but it's still the same dollar amount, but you get less of the coin. So you'll get like 0.0 something, but it's still worth like $10, right? But my $10 has now grown to like $50 by this point. That's what I'm trying to say. So go on there, sign up, do the little quizzes and get them over with so you can get the coin now before they rise even more, which means you'll at least start earning on that. Let me let her out. I'll be right back. Okay. So, give me 1 second too. Let me just check one more thing here. All right. My mom was trying to call me, so I just had to let her know that I'll get back to her in a little bit. I was asking her actually if she can help me find another 3090 card, video card, because I've actually been mining with NiceHash, selling my power on the market, and I'll show you. I actually like in the past few days, because of all this crypto stuff rising so much, the money I made, I had like $20 I made, and then now all of a sudden it's at like 45. Yeah. Wait. Like, there's my wallet number or address, not address, the amount that I have in there right now. And that amount is going to change every few minutes depending on how much Bitcoin is worth, because that amount is in Bitcoin. But that was just from mining, and you know, they're having problems right now with their website today, but it's not a big deal. I just wanted to show you that I'm actually earning with just leaving my computer on at night when I go to sleep. And I actually have 3 different computers going right now. I have a computer upstairs. I have my computer here that when I'm not streaming and I'm not doing anything important, I have a NiceHash going. So if you have a good video card that's got like 8 gigabytes of RAM or more, I would suggest downloading NiceHash and selling your power on the market when you're sleeping or something. You know, if you're not using your computer, just do it, learn how to do it, because you can make a little bit of money even though it's not a lot. If your electricity is under, let's say, I don't know, 5 cents, if it's like mine is, if you're, or maybe even more, like under 10 cents for sure. If your power is costing you more than 10 cents per kilowatt hour, you might have a hard time with video cards. But for me, I'm paying like 4 cents. It's about 4.75 cents and per kilowatt hour. It's also really cold here right now. I put one of my computers down in the basement. I'm going to tell you about another technology that I've been investing in. I saw someone ask me earlier what my favorite crypto was. Mine right now, if I would have to tell any of you guys to get into it right now, I would obviously say buy Bitcoin or buy Ethereum. Actually, if it's going to be your first, maybe don't even go for Ethereum just yet and go for something like Cardano, and I'll tell you why in a minute on that too. I don't want to get you guys too confused and into like too much of this stuff at once, because then people are just going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about? So, yeah, mining is definitely the best for people who have low energy. And one of my computers I left down in the basement, and I have that refrigerator from the RV that we removed in the summer, remember? It doesn't have the door on it, so the freezer is just a metal box. It's like a, what is that? It's like sheet metal, but it's freezing cold in there because it's in my basement. So that metal, I put my computer on top of that metal, so it's absorbing all that heat, and because it's so cold, I've been running that computer at 10 degrees Celsius colder mining than it was up here with all the fans on it. So it was actually pretty cool, literally. I'm not technically Bitcoin mining. I'm mining mostly Ethereum and Monero, and then it's being converted to Bitcoin for nice hash. And then I've also done other things like in the past. Let me show you a couple other ones that I mined like way before, months ago. So Raven's another one. I used the Bitfly pool for anybody mining. So I could show you here. Is this, yeah, so payouts. Yeah, look. So I got 50 Raven here, which right now is only worth $1.75, but I'm gonna let it sit in my account, whatever. I have like 250 Raven coins, and maybe one day they'll be worth something. Maybe they're just gonna crash and burn and they won't be worth anything at all. So for now, I'm just gonna let them sit there, and every once in a while I put my miner on that because I can get so many more coins at a time doing Raven. Like I think it takes me like maybe 2 nights, 1 or 2 nights of mining, and I can get 50 Raven coins. So that's not much for me at all, and right now it's not worth, like I'm not making money, but in the future if it's worth more, it will obviously go up from there. And you know, there's other ones too on here, like I mined some Beam in the past. I've mined a bunch of stuff. Dogecoin, I have some in the Echo pool or whatever. It's not much. But I do have like 288 now in Dogecoin, which is worth about maybe what, almost $30 or $20 right now, depending on how high it is. Because Elon Musk tweeted about it, and this is what happened. Well, first Elon tweeted about it, and then this happened here, about here, and then shortly after, not long, Simmons and Snoop Dogg also tweeted that they bought some, and then everybody started buying some. It went all the way up here to almost 9 cents, and then somebody or a bunch of people started dumping all their coins because they wanted to make a bunch of money. They probably just made enough to pay enough for like a house. People who bought it at like under a penny, all the Doge meme people and all the people who have been mining Doge for years, they just made out with enough money to buy freaking new Teslas if they wanted to. And that's what these huge dumps are here. But then as Tesla announced that they are going to be not only allowing for crypto of Bitcoin to purchase Teslas in the future, everybody knows that he's probably also going to add Dogecoin. So look, it's been shooting up even more. And this was as of yesterday, okay? Today, I haven't looked at it. We can take a look in a minute here and see what it looks like. Look, if there's one thing that I do understand too, that I've told my friends and family about, it's technology stuff. So maybe I'm not good with all the stock shit. I don't know anything about like Wall Street and all stuff, but I know about technologies when it comes to this stuff. I can understand because I was a developer for many years. I'm not really developing much anymore, but I'm starting to get back into it, and I really want to do something on a blockchain. And like, I don't want to create my own, but I want to either use Cardano or Ethereum, or maybe even Theta, which I was just talking about, to build the actual site that I've been saying that we need. And Theta is already doing that. I'm going to show you that next. I don't own any Theta myself, but I want to. I just haven't found where to buy it yet. I think I have to do like a Tor browser to buy it because I'm not sure I can get it on Binance US yet. I don't see it on Kraken either. Do any of you guys have Theta? I do have a bunch of T-Fuel coins that I earned from streaming and watching streamers, like over a little while, but it's not worth anything yet. But Theta I think is going to be worth a lot. So I could show you now what Theta is. Give me a second. You mined Bitcoin 3 years ago, you're finally seeing profit. How much did you mine though? Like, just a little bit here and there? Like, were you mining by yourself or in a pool? And what kind of cards did you use? You think the government's mining on huge scales with cooling pools? I don't see, the government's always behind on everything, right? And whoever or whatever team programmed Bitcoin, they were smart enough to know this is legitimately like a sneaky way to move all of the money from the rich people in the government to tech people, the people who believe in technology, the people who use technology, the people who create technology. Like, this is basically just moving the power over, right? And with the government mining, yes, there's probably some parts of the government that have tried this out because they want to take down Bitcoin. I mean, obviously taking down Bitcoin would be huge for anyone. And in order to take down Bitcoin, as they say, you would need like what, 50 something percentage of the amount of power that's currently being mined. And if anybody has ever seen a mining building, this is basically what it looks like. Okay, look at these places. So there's not enough power in any computer in the world right now. These are new. These are probably what, the new 3090s or something. Somebody built a rig. These guys are making like thousands fucking like this. They're printing money like that every second. They're printing fucking money with these machines. But basically, like, there's not enough power in the world right now to take on all of these machines that are up right now. And there's hundreds of thousands of people who are mining. Like this is insane. Like, that's why Bitcoin is so fucking secure. So yeah, there's probably government entities that are mining, like trying to find a way to have enough power to take down this network so they can prove it wrong. I don't see it happening. They were too behind. They could have done it 10 years ago. They could have done it 10 years ago and they didn't. So now they're fucked. Now it's already, genie's out of the bottle. I don't think they're gonna have the opportunity to really do it. Yeah, like where I live, it's mad cold, so it's definitely really worth mining here, because if I put a mining rig down in my basement, which I'm gonna do, other than my computer that's down there, like I want to get an actual ASIC miner. If I put one in the room downstairs during the winter, like, dude, that's gonna be some pretty good cooling, because it is mad cold down there. I can't even exaggerate how cold, because I go down there for 2 seconds to turn up the water heater or turn it down, or like to open the door for Luna in the morning, and holy shit, I'm like, I run right back up. I cannot take it. But it's also been in the negatives at night here, and in the like 10s and 5 degrees Fahrenheit and all that. Yeah, so back in 2013 or so, I've talked about it on my channel before. When I first opened up a Bitcoin wallet, it was actually, I think, 2011. I have my wallet address here. Hold on. I want to find the exact date that I made this, because I wrote it down. Oh, it's in I took it off my computer to be safe. It was 2013. It was November 7th, 2013. That was my first wallet. But I didn't keep any Bitcoin in it or anything. I did finally get into my wallet that I was locked out of since back then, and I didn't actually have any Bitcoin in there. I thought I did, because somebody that I worked with at the time, I thought I remember them sending me some Bitcoin, but maybe I just had the wrong wallet. I'll keep looking to see if I have more, because I might have had more than one wallet sitting around. Oh yes, you can make memes with Bitcoin. So here's the thing. Do you know what NFTs are? You can make NFT memes, and you can get paid for those memes. So technically you could make memes with, well, Bitcoin, or any coin that does NFTs. I know, I would so be loaded right now if I did. Finding a wallet from 2013 that actually has anything in it, that would be nice. Because I don't think I would have had like one Bitcoin in there, but it would have been at least like $100 worth of Bitcoin, if I remember correctly. But that was in 2013, so it would still be a lot more now. But I remember when I saw it, maybe it wasn't 13, maybe it was 14, but by the time I saw it, it was worth more than $100, because I remember wanting to buy $100 worth, and I thought that wasn't going to be enough because I couldn't buy a whole Bitcoin, just like everybody else who's like, oh, I want to wait till it drops so I can buy one full coin. Don't buy one full coin. Just throw little by little in there, like every month, every week, or whatever, you know, and eventually you're just going to see that thing keep rising, because whatever you buy it at today, if Visa and Apple Pay and everybody else is getting into it, like you can only see it go up from here. Even if it drops a bit, it's gonna just keep increasing over time. Yeah, I know it doesn't have the little Doge. I know that's a little disappointing, but you know, maybe Doge will become the currency of the future. They just need to make a few changes in the code, and I think that more people would believe in it. I'm trying to fix my lighting here because sometimes it gets a little out of whack when I get things coming through. Alright, so let me open up Theta here to show you guys about it. Yeah, it'll go up over time. That's why I'm saying, like, if you're trying to like buy Bitcoin now so you can sell it and make more money, like as soon as it goes up, like you're an idiot. You're gonna lose a bunch of money. Just put your money in there as you can, little by little, if you can. Like, don't put any money that you're not willing to lose, like everybody else says, you know. But if you believe that what I'm saying, that all these companies are going to start using Bitcoin and that all that stuff, then look into it more for yourself, because I can't tell you what to do. Like, I'm not legally allowed to tell you what the fuck to do with your money, but all I know is I've been earning. You saw my account a few minutes ago, multiple accounts of mine, and my friends and my family that I told before I said it on live stream, like, they're all doing good. So why not share it with you guys as well, for anybody who doesn't really understand it. So Theta, right? Let's get into that. Alright, I'm gonna go to their website first, just to show it to you if you've never seen it before. So they just released a decentralized exchange for the Theta blockchain, and the Theta blockchain is made for live streamers and video services, right? For those of you guys who follow IP2 and ICE and all that, remember he was trying to do a website that was going to be a live streaming website for everybody to live stream on, because he was sick and tired of YouTube's rules, right? Everybody was, and everybody was pushing him to do that website before, when he had the mansion, before he got raided and all that. The reason why he couldn't really go through with it, and he always had such a hard time, and I've heard him say it on stream before, is that in order to get the amount of bandwidth and space that you need to host a site like that would take off as quick as something like Twitch, you would need like $300,000 every month in bandwidth. Like, it's expensive. So what Theta's doing is they're providing a decentralized way for you to actually live stream, right? So instead of, let's say, starting a website on GoDaddy or on Amazon hosting cloud services, you can, like for live streaming, you could just set one up that uses the blockchain, and the blockchain will actually process your video. So like, let's call it the bandwidth, but it's transcoding your videos, anything that you upload to the site or to the video site, like somebody at home with their computers actually transcoding that. Like, no one's paying for a big server at Google or Amazon or GoDaddy or any of that. So the benefit is there's nobody that can take your video down because it's on the blockchain. So there's not one computer that your video sits on where they can just go delete it. So I agree that what YouTube is doing is kind of fucked, and I think everybody else does. Same thing with Twitch, just constantly banning people and giving people problems for dumb shit, right? So when you look at something like Theta, they do have rules on their platform too. Like, you can't just go on and start putting like all porn on there and all that stuff. Like, they have ways of actually moderating the content, and there's a lot of these blockchains have it set up so that the community basically moderates, right? Using different ways depending on what you're doing. But with Theta, the thing I like about it is they do have like an app that you can download, and that's what I did. I downloaded their app, And it's right here called the Edge node. And you see it says earn T-Fuel by caching popular streams. So what you do is you download this app and you install it on your computer, and it uses your processor power to actually transcode the videos for their network. And you can also turn it on to do a folding at home. If any of you guys don't know what that is, it's like there's different companies and like biotech companies and stuff that will put, let's say, a virus or some kind of genes that they want to find out the mutation of, but they need processing power, you know, for these algorithms to try to figure out like how a virus is going to mutate in the future. But there's not enough processing power in the world, really, right, to do what they need to do fast. So if everybody pitches in with a little bit here and there, and it all throws that data onto the network, eventually they can get these results a lot faster. So that's kind of how the Theta Edge network works with the videos, is that it'll let you turn on this program. Let me turn the power to light or it's going to mess up my stream. It's going to try to start basically mining. That's what the miners are doing. It's their processing power that's being used for all of these blockchain networks, right? So check this out. Okay, so this is their app. And you'll see here I have some earnings that are pending to go through. It says they're updated every 10 minutes or so, and they get sent at the end of the month to your account, to your wallet. And you can have a Theta wallet on your browser as well. I have one here. It's like an extension that you can download, and you can put coins, different types of coins, in that wallet. Now, the cool thing about this is you just leave this running, which I'm going to turn off right now. But as you saw down here, there's different jobs that it'll send to your computer, and it'll start encoding. And then basically your processing power is earning you some coins that you can use to give to other live streamers when they're streaming. I'm afraid to click on watch while I'm live because I don't know if there is going to be anything bad, so hold on. No, it looks fine. Okay, so when you click live, you can see everybody that's currently live and broadcasting. And you can hit broadcast, and you can broadcast your own live stream. So you can set up your Streamlabs, OBS, or any of that to live stream directly to this app. When you click here, it gives you, let me see if I have my address on there or anything important. Yeah, so I've got like my stream ID on here, so I don't want to show you this page. I don't know if that's important. I don't want you guys streaming to my page, obviously, but basically it'll show you like a ingest URL that you put into where you want to stream to, and then your password. I think you could just put in like whatever you want as your password, and it'll stream to this app on your computer. And as long as this app is open, it'll stream to the Theta network. So I've already streamed quite a few times on the network. I didn't like announce it that I was streaming on there because I was just testing it out, and I met a lot of really cool people on there. So if you want to watch streamers that are a part of the Theta network, you can go to their website, which is like theta.tv. I think it used to be called Sliver, if any of you guys remember. So this is the website. And as you watch people, like I said, you can earn coins, which mine are up here at the top. And then when you go to the streams page, you've got the live streamers who got a stream key from Theta to be, these are all people who are kind of partnered in a way. Some of them aren't actually partnered, but I consider them to be kind of partnered because they're allowed to live stream on this page. And I'm not, for example. I don't have a stream key to stream here. So if I want to stream, I have to go here to the Edge streams, and that's where my stream shows up, because this is with the Edge node. So if you download the Edge node, you can do your own live streams, and you can trade coins between live streamers. And there's another cool thing that you can do. Remember I was talking about NFTs? So NFTs, it stands for non-fungible tokens. But the cool thing about it, there's a lot of games and new things that are coming out that use NFTs. One of the things that I know that a lot of people already know about are Cryptokitties, so I'll pull it up. So like, for example, this is Cryptokitties. And you're basically buying and selling like Pokemon cards in a way, but there's more that you can do with it. So for example, this cat here, like this type of cat, you can see different ones, right? They all look different. You could buy different cats and you can breed them together, and then they can make new cats. And those cats are worth, depending on how many there are in the system. Each cat has their own hash and their own algorithm that's created it. So you can basically make new cards that don't exist on the system. And if you're the only one who has that one, it's going to be worth a lot more than the other ones, which there are many of. So you could see here there's different cat attributes, right? Those are different attributes that you can get on your cat, like wings or the crowns, or like different looks, different colors, you know, different outfits or backgrounds, like all this stuff that you can see, everything that they kind of have in the system. But the way that it's programmed, it's made to all of a sudden like when you actually own them, right? So you kind of own them like you own a card of some sort, like a trading card. And these NFTs are cool because, like, for example, this one is worth $41, right? Like if you wanted to buy this one, you could buy it for this much. Then you could go buy another cat of another kind, and then you could breed those two together. So it's like a game, but you can also make money, because if other people want to use the cat that you created, you're going to be making ETH, and ETH is worth real money, so you could trade it from your wallet in order to trade it for real dollars if you need to pay your bills at home. But don't worry, your bills at home will be able to be paid with Bitcoin soon enough. Now, another thing about this is, like, in order for you to actually sign up to Cryptokitties or any of these sites that have NFTs that you can buy, trade, and sell, you have to have like a wallet that's like a browser wallet for you to get on. So MetaMask is the one that I use. It's this little fox up here. You can download it also as a browser extension for Chrome. And when you sign up for a MetaMask, they give you an address to that wallet, and you can send money to that wallet, and then any of these websites that have games that you log into, you can use that wallet. But it's not just games. There's even DeFi stuff, decentralized finance. Like, for example, you can look at, let's look at like Uni Swap, for example. Uni Swap is a company that allows you to actually swap tokens between the types of tokens. They have other stuff like liquidity pools where people can pool their money together so that other people can use that money for the transactions. Like, your coins are the ones being used up for the transactions going through. And every transaction that goes through has a fee, and you get paid on that fee. So you're actually earning money on your money by leaving it in these pools. But with this, let me pull up another one of these to show you, like Uniswap, right, which I was just talking about. You go to their website and you want to use it, and it's the same thing. It's going to ask you to connect your wallet, and when you connect your wallet, you're basically, like, my address shows up here on the top, which I'm blocking right now with my camera, but that's basically from my MetaMask wallet. It's connected to Uniswap, and then you can put how many ETH or whatever coin you want, and you can trade it for something else. And the cool thing is you can trade it for any kind of token. So, like, if I wanted to create a DRO token and I gave you guys the address to buying a DRO token and I put a worth to it, you guys could actually trade, you know, your money or your coins for the DRO token, and it'll tell you right there, like, hey, this coin might be bullshit, so be careful putting your money into stuff that may not really be a thing. And it also allows you to trade real coins like Bitcoin and Ethereum and all this other stuff, right? But you need to have a wallet to be able to use this website. So MetaMask, I would suggest anyone getting into crypto, download it, because you're going to need it eventually, and it for like web stuff, right? There's other games too. There's Cryptokitties is another one. And with my friend Scarlett, we've been exploring like all these other cool games too online that you could do. She's been telling me a bunch, and I've been telling her about a bunch, and we've been trying to figure out like how all of these are doing and working at the moment. There's so much cool shit going on, so it's worth checking out anyway. That's why I think so much money is going to go into these coins in the near future, even more than there is now, because there's so much different technology that's being released just to allow you to use these coins with. So everyone's dumping their money. Think about it. How many people do you think are going to get into this game? Maybe what? More than 100, right? You probably, probably more than 100 people. This is a pretty popular website. If you go and look at how many visits the site gets, I guarantee it's way more than 100. But I'm just throwing a lowball number. Like let's say nobody in the world knows about this site. At least 100 people probably know about it, especially now with crypto getting big. So think about it. If those 100 people got into this website and they would have to buy crypto in order to play these games or buy into the game, so then their money is going to buy coins. Now the coin is worth more because more people are in it, and there's hundreds of these. There's hundreds of them. So just think about it. With all these sites multiplied by all these famous people getting into it, Visa, Elon, Snoop Dogg, fucking everybody tweeting about Bitcoin and all that, it's like, it's only going to keep growing because there's a lot of people who are not in it yet. So with all these things coming out, there's another place that you should go to find all this stuff out, and I'll show you that right now. So the graph, I don't know, some of you guys who know crypto probably already know about them, but graph is like a, they're kind of like the Google at the moment. They're considering them the Google of blockchain stuff, to put it in layman's terms, I guess. And there's a website that I found through them that basically lets you see like pretty much just about all the, if not all of the blockchain technologies that are being released and worked on and everything. They have like aggregation of it. Like they have a website where you could go to see every single one, just like if you were going to Google something to try to find out, except it's all broken up into categories, which is awesome because then you could just go search those categories specifically for what you need. Let me pull it up here. One of them anyway. I'm just pulling it up here, but I forgot the URL, so I gotta find it. In the meantime here, I'll read some of your questions and stuff, or talk to you guys for a minute here while I'm finding it. You're still here, Calico? What's up? Oh, you know about crypto games, dude? What kind of games are you playing? Are you playing Lost Relics yet? Yeah, my friend was telling me about that one, and I jumped in, started playing it, and got a couple other people into it as well. And it seems cool. There's a lot of really awesome shit that they're adding to it. I'm excited to see where it goes. But if you got some other cool tips or tricks or anything, any games that you suggest me checking out, I'm down. But let me show you this one first. This is the website that I wanted to show you, Everest.link. Look, these are all the different categories of websites that you could check out and projects. So let's check out some social projects. That's funny, NFT Hub. They made theirs like the porn hub. Another cool thing with NFTs, like if you look at a lot of the sports companies, they're all getting into NFTs right now. There's musicians getting into NFTs because you can create a song and sell it as an NFT, and you basically are selling somebody the rights to own that NFT, you got to look into it more, because I'm not gonna get like super technical on everything to not start confusing everybody on how it works. But if you look at even like NBA and all them, they're getting into it, because it's like, remember, they all have trading cards for like baseball cards, basketball cards. They have, but it's not just cards. They're also putting media. There's going to be like video NFTs and stuff like that. A lot of really cool stuff. I want to see what one of these projects are. I haven't looked at all of these, so let's see if we can find something interesting here. Oh, this was a cool one. I don't know if some of you guys saw on my Twitter. I had tweeted out to this, and then let me go to it to show you. This one's just like a little silly thing at the moment, but basically what you do is you put in your, you tweet out at crypto raves, drop my crypto, and then you have to put that in, and they send you a certain amount of coins, right? You get like, you'll get a tweet back as soon as you tweet crypto raves, drop my crypto. So then those coins are basically owned to your Twitter account, right? To your Twitter name. And then what you can do is you can send coins to people. So I went on Twitter and I tested it out just to see how it works. And it's kind of cool. These are all like silly games and social stuff, like social networking stuff right now. But like, let's go look at one. Calico, you're on Twitter, right? Why don't I see your name coming up? Am I not following you on there? Probably not. Let me go to one of my other posts here then. Alright, so for example, Ashley doesn't really use her Twitter account, but I wanted to send it there too to test it out. And then basically when you click on the link that gets replied, this is what happens. Like it shows you like that you're sending the tokens over to a person or like whatever. So you could go play around with it, check it out. That was just something interesting that I found that was kind of silly. There's other ones on Everest, obviously. Like you could spend hours on that website just looking at different things that are already made and available to use. DTube is nothing new. This has been out for years, and I used it. I've already got a page on there that I've uploaded a long time ago, just to test out. Let me get my account logged in here. Ooh, they got rid of my account. It's saying my account doesn't exist anymore. What the hell, DTube? Ooh, they got rid of my account. It's gone. Let me see if it's still there. Maybe I have it under a different name that I have to log in with. Yeah, I'm not even seeing it. Maybe they redid the website and it got rid of everything that used to be there since I uploaded. But anyway, DTube was like a YouTube site. It was like a YouTube clone type thing. But when you thumbs up people and all this stuff and watch, like they actually, like you actually make money, or you make coins, right? Like you make cryptocurrency for basically for watching videos and engaging and all that stuff, and for having your videos engaged on whatever. So it ends up It ends up actually earning you to post. And I really hope that YouTube eventually goes to a cryptocurrency style payment system, because that means every time I get paid, I'll get paid right there and then. I don't have to wait fucking once a month to get paid. And that's another thing that I really hate about the way that all of this stuff works right now with like YouTube and banks and all of that. Like if you make a payment in the bank to someone, you gotta wait 24 hours to wait for that money to transfer. Why? Because somebody's gotta fucking verify it. Why? It's 2001. We got computers. They should be able to verify it for us. But no, like, you know, they have to control everything, the money, all of that. So it's nice to see these new technologies not only taking off, but taking away the ability for these other companies to stop us from being able to do these things that we need. Like there's no reason why YouTube should be paying once a month. Like, why aren't they paying faster than that? Or like, they can. Why don't they let you withdraw your money when you need it? Like, if I needed to take out how much I've made so far, I can't. But some sites let you. Like, if you make money on, like, selling shit on Etsy, for example, they let you cash out the next day. You know, within 24 hours, you can have the money automatically sent to your account. So why won't a site like YouTube allow you to do that? You know, like, it sucks. But cryptocurrency allows for that much better. And we look now, like, we can look back at the Bitcoin stuff. Look at this big sell-off wall. They're trying to sell off at $45,000. A lot of people are trying to fucking cash out their money. But if you keep a look at the ledger here, and you start taking a look at like what numbers are selling the most, right? The greens or the reds. And when you see like a millionaire buying in or a billionaire, you'll start seeing a lot of the higher green numbers. And when you're looking at Bitcoin, if you start seeing 1 point something, 2 point something, 5 point something, like left to right, like you just start seeing them come back to back, you know right away like this shit's about to pump. So I wouldn't suggest sitting here looking at this shit all day, because you're going to drive yourself crazy. But if you're looking to, look, right here. There was a 1. You see that 1 right there? 1.9. That's almost $90,000 that was just purchased, okay? Like you start taking a look at some of these numbers, you could tell whether or not this shit's about to dump or not. Like, if people are putting their money into it, or are they all removing their money out of it? So if you start seeing a lot of large dumps or whatever, but look, right now, as soon as it hits 45,000, you're going to see like a ton of sells going through, because what people are doing are they're setting up bots and sell orders so that they can actually sell like a ton of it. So they can take their earnings, or to just dump it because they're trying to like day trade, you know, for whatever reason. And as you can see here, like my amounts that I'm purchasing, they're not a lot. Like, all these amounts that I purchase are always like little by little, and eventually all of that like doubles and triples. It's great. And I'm not paying like one high cost. Like, if you want to get in right now and you haven't, this big increase from probably Elon's purchase is bullshit. It hurt everybody being able to get in at a low price. But I started telling all you guys since when? December, maybe November, that I was getting back into this and that you guys should jump into. And now look, it's already at 44. And back then, when I first bought, I moved all my money from regular Coinbase, started using Coinbase Pro. And at that point, I was at, because this was at 34,000, 32,000, 31,000. And then I'll go back to my Coinbase account and show you. It was like way less than that. It was under 20,000 when I got back in, and I told everybody else to get back in. It's awesome. I love seeing that I was able to help out some people. Hang on though, let me get my dog in. She's knocking. Alex got Luna these tripe treats for her birthday this year, and she's they're stinky as hell. Thanks, Alex. I appreciate the stinkiness in my house now. I think she's gonna go drink some water though first, because she just came back inside. You just seen 14 Bitcoin go through. What was that for, a buy or a sell? Because here's the thing, right? The people who want to get in, like Visa and Apple and all those people, a lot of them are still waiting to get approved by what, the SEC? SEC? They need to get approval to make these massive purchases, right? But if they were all to go in at the same time and throw in like billions of dollars into Bitcoin, it would like disrupt everything, because these numbers would jump up so high that like it would instantly overnight make everybody like millionaires, and all the money would be transferred from the rich to all the people who have been in Bitcoin for the last year and before. So it would really cause a lot of problems if everybody just dumped everything into it right this second. So I think what they're doing is they're purchasing in small amounts, but small amounts to them is going to have to be in the hundreds of thousands or in the, you know, tens of thousands at a time, because they don't want to, like, if you put in a high amount, those coins have to come from somewhere, right? So like it's going to cause a problem where it's going to get held up in the system for a long time too. It'll definitely transfer faster than if you're trying to do a bank transfer, but the system does have a way that it works that you'll be better off putting it in small amounts. So you're going to start seeing a lot of these big amounts coming through, and that's because these companies are trying to get in. I just saw another 1 point something, that was another almost 90,000 that just went through, and they're just going to keep coming in left and right. And as you see that, you know this number is going to keep rising, right? If you're trying to day trade or anything, and then you see all those numbers dumping, it's like before it hits $45,000, you would want to rip your money out, because as soon as it hits $45,000, you're gonna see a huge decrease in the amount of what Bitcoin's worth, and that's about to happen because it's almost there. And all these people who have these sell orders here waiting, that's all gonna go through. All these bots, let's call them bots, because you can sell it. Set it up to sell. Like I could say, okay, see the ledger, this ledger here, where the order book, where it shows you all the orders that are waiting to be processed, basically, right? These are all of the people who have like limit orders, stop orders, or stop sells, or all that stuff in. And what this is if you want to say, like right now, you want to get in. Let's say you want to put in $100 into Bitcoin, but you don't want to buy it at 44.7. Like that 44.7, you're not going to get much Bitcoin if you're only throwing in like $100, right? So let's say you want to get a little bit more for your money, and you want to wait because you know at 45,000 it's going to drop. This is my mindset. This is how I think about it. 45,000, it's going to drop because of that sell wall, unless all those people with the sell wall last minute turn those bots off and say, no, don't sell it. It's still rising. Don't sell it. Then you'll see this sell wall kind of disappear here, right? But you know it's going to drop. So then what you do is you say, all right, let's buy the minimum you can buy a Bitcoin, I think on here is like 0.001. I'm not sure, but I think that's what it is for purchase. But let's say I don't want to buy it until it drops back down to $40,000. So now it's going to tell me I'm going to pay $40, okay? I'm going to hit OK. Post only mode? Okay, fine then. That was for sell anyway. But let's say this is for sell. Let's say buy. We're going to do a limit buy. Yeah, $40. So if I did it right now, it'd be like if it hit $40,000, it would be $40.20 that I'm paying. But if I do it right now, let's see what I would pay if I do it right now. Oh, my bad. Let's buy $40 worth. See, that's under $40 worth is under 0.001. It's 0.0008. So you're getting less if you buy right now versus when it's back down at 40,000. So what you would do is you would put a limit and you would say only buy it when it's worth $40,000. Only buy 0.001. And then you just let that sit there, right? And I don't have any money in my account right now, so it's not going to let me do it. But if you have money in your account once you get approved, remember this is on procoinbase.com, not the regular coinbase.com, and you pay less fees here from what I understand. Anyway, if I had USD here, it would put this order in here, and then it would be an open order, and it would just sit there, and it would wait until Bitcoin hit 40,000 again, and then it would put in my order, and I would actually get more Bitcoin than I would have if I bought it right now. But it might never hit 40,000, and if it never hits 40,000, then your order is just going to sit there, and you just miss your opportunity to get it at 44,000, and now it's at 50,000, and you're just going to have to pay 50,000 to get it because it never dropped. So it's like my opinion, and what I've seen a lot of other people do that are making out really well doing this, is they're just paying little by little at a time. You just buy them, whatever you can every week or every month, and just leave it in there. Don't touch it. Just start converting your money into Bitcoin, and then slowly, as things are allowed, as things allow you to buy products with Bitcoin, you're going to be able to take this money that is now worth more, and you're going to be able to buy more things with it than you could have if you bought it then at that time. So like if you wait a year from now to buy Bitcoin, because a year from now McDonald's lets you buy a burger with Bitcoin, you're going to be paying with a lot less, Bitcoin. So basically you're going to have more in your account if you do it now versus then. How long have I been in crypto? I mean, okay, so I tried to implement Bitcoin into the security website I used to work for when I was back in like 2013 or so, and they wouldn't let me. So like some of the guys at my job bought into it. We all talked about it every day. We were so amazed at how it raised up to like $100 so quick, and we couldn't believe it. But nobody wanted to get into it really because it wasn't really going anywhere. Nobody believed in it. No websites really allowed it except for like black market stuff mainly. And I was like, fuck it. I don't have the money right now. I'm poor. I'm not going to get into it. And I did what everybody else did and said, it's too expensive. I'm going to wait till it drops and then I'll buy a bunch of it. Price just kept going up and up and up. And then last year, in the beginning of the year or the end of the year before, like 2019, someone here in the chat said they wanted to buy one of my video cards with Bitcoin. And I said, all right, I'll sell you my card for Bitcoin. And I sold it to him for the cost of the card at the time. Actually, I sold it to him for a lot cheaper than he could have bought it for online, like way cheaper. I could have sold it for probably double the price. But he was paying me in Bitcoin. I was like, just whatever, fuck it, pay me in Bitcoin. I knew it was going to grow, so it was going to be worth more. And then the halving happened. And when the halving happened, because every 4 years, Bitcoin cuts in half the amount that it awards out to all the miners, right? So if it's doing like 10 Bitcoins every, let's say 10 minutes to all the miners, and it gets split between, these hundreds of thousands of people with mining machines up. 4 years later, that 10 is now 5. I don't know the exact number. You can look it up. But now there's less Bitcoin being spit out until it reaches 2 million total, which is the cap of how many Bitcoin can be printed total. Another cool thing about it, for anybody who doesn't understand, it means that there's no crazy inflation happening like where they're printing new Bitcoin. After everybody has a bunch of Bitcoin, some dude is going to come in and say, well, I'm just going to print myself another 50 Bitcoin, so now I'm rich, bitch. But that's not how it works. You can't. After 2 million, there's no more, right? So, after the halving happened, for this past year was the 4th year, one of the 4 years where it was cut in half. And I saw my earnings from that video card I sold from $100 and something go all the way up to like $300, right? And it almost seemed like it happened overnight. I kept watching it every day, and I'm like, this is the time to get back into crypto. So like sometime then I threw in like another $100 and I just let it sit there. And then November came around and I'm like, oh shit, now everybody's adopting crypto. So I started telling some of my friends about it, some family, and here we are. Now I figured I'm going to share it on YouTube because a lot of my friends that watch me here on YouTube may not know about all of this or how any of this works. So I figured if I can at least explain some of it and get them started in it, it'll give them a head start for what's about to come in the future, in my belief. I really do think that if not Bitcoin, there's going to be cryptocurrencies that we're going to use to pay for stuff every day and do transactions of all kinds. Like I was watching a documentary where they were talking about, or it might have even been like a TED Talk, and they were saying how you could literally take a car key and send it to somebody using a crypto wallet, right? Obviously, there's no cars right now that work on blockchain, but if we were to have Tesla allow for blockchain technology in their software, they could literally allow you to transfer your key to your best friend or your parents or whatever, if they want to borrow your car. And then when they're done with that, they would send it back to your wallet, and you would run the Tesla or whatever, your electric car, you would run it by having your phone. You put your phone up to your car, and it knows you have your key back, so you can run the car. So there's a lot of really cool things about it. That's what I've been like ranting about to everyone, is trying to explain that there's a lot more than just transferring money. It's not all about just Bitcoin and transferring funds and all of that to one another. There's really cool shit. Like I started saying, the NFTs is another thing with the games, all of the games coming out. Think about what Theta's doing with their network. And if you look into who's running Theta, I think it's like a creator or the guy who started Google or YouTube, and somebody from Twitch are a part of it. I got to look more into it to really find out, but there are some like big minds behind something like Theta, and think about what that's going to do to something like YouTube. Like everybody wants YouTube to stop being a fucking bitch about everything like they have been, and fucking over everybody's channel with their stupid algorithm channels that aren't hurting or aren't helping anybody. They're hurting everybody. Like they even cut the amount that they're paying all the creators. Like what they used to pay creators in a percentage is not what we get paid now. So everyone's pay got cut. Why? Aren't you guys seeing double the ads now for everything? So why are the creators getting like huge pay cut when in percentage, when like now we're playing more ads? And if you get a YouTube account today and you're not monetized, let's say you don't want any ads on your videos, too fucking bad, because YouTube is now going to be adding ads to all videos on the platform, not just the ones that are monetized or accepted into the system. So like, I think that's fucking shit. We should be able to have a vote in this stuff. Like, YouTube should create a part of their site that if you're a creator and you're verified, you should be allowed to vote on these changes that come out, or at least have a discussion about it. And they don't allow it for any of that. They just make all these dumb rules to help out all the big corporations, and they don't give a fuck about the creators. The only creators they care about are the ones that they can shill to the advertisers and say, hey, look at this guy, he could sell a bunch of shit. Look at this girl, she's very kid friendly, and you know, you're gonna sell a bunch of toys to kids. So yeah, YouTubers, they're all great. Like, that ain't how it works. Voting, that's another thing blockchain technology is gonna help. You see all this bullshit that's happened in the past few years here in America with the voting machines. Like, Trump just started this whole fucking riot saying it at the Capitol just by making people believe that it's the voting machines that were being corrupted, or people are flipping votes and all this stuff that there was no proof of. Well, guess what? If it's all on blockchain technology and it's all encrypted and these results are all handled in such a way that nobody can fuck with it, guess what? Voting is now on blockchain. It's a thing. If it gets incorporated, which, guess what? Our government probably never will want that, because it's going to fuck them over in being able to cheat and lie and steal. But it will eventually become the norm. And voting will be a thing where it's actually going to be democratic and there's no way to fuck with it. That's going to be amazing. I want all of this stuff to take off. So outside of trying to give anybody financial advice, I want everyone to join me in making this a thing. Like, help make blockchain technology a thing, because it's going to like throw a wrench in all of this shit that's been fucking with us for years. You know how when you go to a store and you buy something with your card, and then all of a sudden you get charged a $30 fee because you didn't have enough in your account, and they overdrafted your account and didn't even let you know, like, hey, you might not want to try this, you don't have enough money. They don't even give you the option to say, no, don't let it go through. I don't want that fee, because if it goes through, I'm gonna have to pay like $30 extra for this. Like you go buy a pack of gum at the store and now all of a sudden you overdrafted, you just paid $35 for a pack of gum. Bullshit, right? Guess what? Fuck you, banks. You're all gonna be closed soon. How about that? I'm gonna use my YouTube channel to make sure everybody learns about this shit and that they take the money out of the banks and into fucking bullshit coins. And then when the world loses power and we all have nothing to show for it, it'll be fucking great. Isn't that what everybody's worried about? Guys, better get your paper wallets ready. Ah, wallets. For anybody who's wondering, how the fuck do you keep your money safe? Just to show you real quick, if you don't know anything about this, when someone like Coinbase is holding your money, you don't own that money. Just like when the bank has your money, sort of, you don't own that money, except if the bank loses your money, they're insured, so they'll give it back to you. But when it comes to like crypto, if you lose your money, hey, sorry, bud, you lost your money. If you send it to the wrong address, it's gone, unless the person's nice enough to send it back to you, or if the address doesn't exist in the system, and normally it won't go through. Normally, if you try to send something to an address that doesn't exist, it's going to say, this isn't the correct address, fix it. But some platforms might not do that. They might not have it coded in, and then all of a sudden your money's gone. And people hate that about crypto because they're like, they worry. Everybody's worried about like what's going to happen if the exchange gets hacked, right? If the exchange gets hacked, what happens to my money? If their money's gone, your money's gone. So everyone says if you're going to get into crypto, get a wallet that's outside of an exchange and move all your money to there. So there's a few different options. One of the options that I use is called Exodus Wallet. I gotta go in a bit, by the way, guys. But I'll be back. I don't really have much in here right now because I just moved a lot over to trade it, so I don't mind showing this. I'll show you guys how it works. All right, so this is Exodus Wallet, and once you sign up, you'll get basically all these different wallets that are a part of it, right? So you'll have a wallet for Bancor, you'll have a wallet for all these different coins, and then you can enable more if they're not here. Like, let's fuck you coin. Doesn't exist, so we'll go here to their assets page, and you can see all the different ones that they take. There's Monero, bullshit, Nano, fucking everybody's on here. Raven Chain. If you guys don't know who Raven Chain is, that was a little inside joke for anybody who does. And then VeChain, XRP, look at that. I got some 44 XRP. You want to hear some bullshit? All right, know this about your wallet. I moved my XRP, which is not much at all. I bought like $20 of XRP like a while back, and I just kept it in my wallet. And I had like 44, right? And I saw that people were pumping XRP like crazy a couple weeks ago or like a week ago. And I had the opportunity to actually make double my money if I pulled it out right there and then. Anybody who knows about Ripple XRP, they're in a lot of trouble right now with the SEC because they basically took their coin and dropped a bunch of it. Like they sold it to earn money. They weren't registered with as securities or for securities, whatever. And they basically got in a lot of trouble by the SEC. So now they're going to court and they're having all these problems. They're trying to say that it's not a security and that it's like Bitcoin and all this. So why isn't Bitcoin getting in trouble? Why are we getting in trouble? It's this whole bullshit case that's going on. Anyway, I had the opportunity to dump my coin because I thought Ripple's gonna go to shit. All my money that I put into it, even though it was 20 bucks, turned into like $10, and then it was like $5. It just kept dropping. So I tried, when I saw that it was at $40, I tried to pull it out because I was like, I just doubled my money. But the wallets won't let you dump your or exchange your coins unless you have enough in there to exchange it. So there's like bare minimums that you have to meet. So in order to like send or receive on the network, sometimes you have to check what all the minimums are and make sure that you have the minimum. The weird thing with the Exodus wallet and XRP is if you want to get rid of all of them, I have 44. If I want to send 44, it won't let me. The max that it'll let me send is 22, is half of it. And then I have to deal with a huge fee on the network. So let's see if I want to send it, what happens. I'm going to pull it up here for you to see. Yeah, so if I go to send all of my XRP, look, if I hit all, it only puts in 23.99, right? And that's only $10 worth. My fee, my network fee is 0.0003 XRP. That's how many I'm gonna lose if I send it right now. But I don't have the address in here, so that fee might change anyway. So you notice it's not letting me send all 44. So what I have to do in order to get all 44 out is you can go in here and actually like reset it. There's a, I forget what it's called. Oh, you guys want to view my private keys? You do this, reset account, and it'll allow you to have all 44 to transfer. Because it has to hold in like a certain amount. There's like this whole thing to it. So the reason why I mention it is just look into this stuff, because if you put in a very small amount of coin into that wallet and you move it off of, let's say, Coinbase because you're afraid it might get stolen, just know that you might not be able to move it back out right away until you put more in. So, or like they allow you to exchange it for another coin. So I could go in here and essentially say, get my XRP and change it for Ethereum. I want to change all of it. But see, it only lets me change 23, not all 44. So just know that. See, the exchange minimum is going to be 89 XRP right now. And that minimum changes over time. So I can't even send it over to Ethereum because I don't have enough, and the gas fees are going to be too high anyway. So I might, if I were to send it, I would just lose it all to fees anyway. So there's no point in sending it right now. So I'm just letting it sit here. It kind of sucks because I had it on Coinbase and then I decided to move it here to the wallet because I was like, I'm just going to hold it long term, because if they get out of trouble with the government, this XRP is going to go really sky high because people are going to go back into buying them again like they used to, because they're not going to be in trouble with the government anymore. I think what's going to happen is a lot of that money that they earned when they dumped their coins, they're probably just going to have to pay as a fine to the government for not signing up. And then they'll be approved so that they'll be allowed to do business again. But they're going to lose all the money that they probably earned in a fine. But to them, that doesn't matter because they're going to make so much more anyway, I think. So XRP is like another system for transferring money. And it got really big, like last year or the year before? Like XRP was doing really, really good. And then they got in trouble. Coinbase took them off of being listed. Then you couldn't buy them or sell them or trade them on Coinbase anymore. So when that happened, I got worried and I was like, let me just move it over. And I sold a bunch of my XRP and I kept 44, which was like 20 bucks. You know, I moved it here and then I couldn't move it back and I was pissed because the opportunity I had to double my money on it, I lost because I couldn't do anything with it. And you see here, it was like $22 actually. And then right now I'm only at $19.64. So if I sold it right now or sent it to somebody else for exchange, I would lose, you know, like a couple bucks. So I'm just going to hold on to it. Hopefully they get out of trouble and this thing skyrockets again and I do well. Dogecoin. Let's see. Look at this. Look at how crazy this is, man. Up to 8 cents. And it's extremely hard to get Dogecoin to pump up at all because Dogecoin has like new billions or whatever of coins printed every year. Like they are purposely inflationary to be kind of like a meme to Bitcoin. Like we're kind of the anti-Bitcoin almost, but not. So it's very hard to get Doge numbers to pump this much. You got to be throwing in like billions of dollars in to get it to pump. But if Elon is really going to allow you to buy a car with Doge coins, I guarantee that number is going to go up. But I'm scared of like throwing my money into Doge. I have Doge, like I said, but I'm scared to throw more money into it because it's so high right now. I can only see it fucking crushing down. All right. One more thing I'm going to talk about, and then I'm going to get out of here. Oh, here's those Raven coins I was talking about too earlier that I mined. Look, they're increasing too. So whatever I mined before has already grown in cost and price. So I already made like when I first put this in my account, I had like $1 and it's already at almost $8. That's not much, but it's $8 more than I had a few days ago. Ethereum too, if we look at its growth, 6-month chart, massive, everything. So the reason for this growth isn't just because it's pumping because everybody's interested in Bitcoin right now. It is, but it's also because there are all these new businesses, like I showed you on that, what it was, ever something, or everest.io. That website has like a list of so many different projects that are being released most people don't even know about yet, whether they're social networks or whatever. Imagine, like, if I want to send you money on Facebook, they have an ability to do that, right? Like Cash App and all those other apps work. But imagine just being able to send your Bitcoin through the social networks to people, like, because you like an ad, like let's say somebody posts a really funny meme and you think it's hilarious and you want to tip them like 5 cents. You could do that and they would get paid right that second. They don't have to wait a month to get paid. Like, this shit's all coming. Why wouldn't everything switch over to this? It just makes sense. So I would say just be careful, but like, don't throw all your money in, and just throw a little bit at a time. And then if it's growing, you can thank me later. I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick, and then I'm going to come back and talk about the last thing, and then I got to jet for a little bit, and I'll be back. But let me go to the bathroom first. I need a drink too. I'm like talking up a storm, getting my mouth all dry. All right, I'm back. We're official. Fee equals gas. There are trader terms, still learning. Yeah, so gas fees are like, okay. So here's the thing I'm gonna get into real quick. Oh, before I do that though, my ADD kicking in. John, check this out. I made this with that PETG. So it's a little tight right now because it's new. They're little storage cases, and they're stackable. So like I can put a bunch of stuff in this one, and then there's ones that only have 2 trays. There's ones that's like one big open tray, and they have this little thing you can stick your finger in to pull it out. And then these things up here, I printed these out separate. They slide in, and I have a bunch of them. And then you just slide them in, and they're like parametric or whatever. There's different styles. You just print them out, and then you stack them. So I'm going to start putting all these little parts and screws and everything I have in these. Pretty cool, right? Yeah, so it's just like a little black PETG box. This red is actually PLA, and it's great. I'm going to put a bunch of these on my desk and kind of stack them up, and I've got some new organization for everything. Getting dark quick. You guys want to see outside real quick? Let's see if the camera's working. It's been looking really pretty out with all the snow and everything up on the mountains. Where's Ashley been? She's been in and out of here. Look at my live stream. She was here the other day and we were hanging out and having a good time on stream with you guys. Alright, I've been helping her with some stuff. She's been helping me with some stuff. We got some cool stuff coming out, and stuffs. All right, so last thing I wanted to mention, before I get going real quick. This is all this looking weird for me. Okay, so the gas fees and everything that I was going to mention, Ethereum has what's called gas fees, and right now they're really high. So every time you want to do some sort of transaction on the network, on the Ethereum network, like there's some sort of fee that goes through. And remember, the people who are mining with their computers and ASIC miners and all that, they're doing it because they're the ones that are processing all of these transactions, basically, right? So every single one of these transactions have a fee, and this fee gets paid to the miners and the network, like people that are running the network. So like if you're buying or trading something on Coinbase, for example, there's a fee. Coinbase gets a little bit of it, and then some of it goes to miners that is processing power using their computers. So gas fees got really high when traffic got really high, which is why I'm making good money mining with my little 2080 RTX card when you've got these companies who have millions of dollars in miners, you know, they're making way more. But for me to be able to make this amount now, it's different, because if you watch videos online where you want to get into mining, every video you probably watch will tell you don't do it with your computer. They're all going to tell you it's not, no, not miners like little people. I'm talking about mining in computer terms, okay? So let's get your mind off the gutter wits. I don't know if you like little kids, but that's not what we talk about here. I don't like kids, okay? So not in person, not in that way, and or anyway. So we don't talk about that here. Okay, so going on. Okay, so with these gas fees being so high right now, because so many people are trying to use the network, it's become a really big problem for Ethereum. A lot of people are really pissed off because they're going to transfer thousands of dollars and they're losing hundreds. Like, you know, like you could go to transfer $1,000 and the next thing you know, you lost like 50 of it just because you were doing a transfer. Now, you could pay for a wire transfer at a bank and you could pay $25 and it'll be there the next day. It's expensive, but it'll work, whatever. But then now all of a sudden Ethereum gas prices are going up higher than these fees are to use the bank. So people are getting pissed, right? So there's solutions to this. Ethereum has been working for a while. Like, unfortunately, they've had a lot of problems with their team. Maybe not a lot, but I know they've had some problems with their team where a lot of the original coders who were working on Ethereum, from what I understand, are no longer there. And I think Vitalik is one of the only people who are really like the core person for Ethereum that's still a part of it. Now it's all new people. And one of the guys who used to work on Ethereum, not for a long time, but for like a few months, he ended up going and creating his own that is supposed to help with these gas fees. And it's all of the things that he wanted to do with Ethereum that he couldn't release right away. Now think about it. If something goes wrong on the Ethereum network, let's look at their market cap right now of how much money is in Ethereum. Okay, look at this. That's billion. Okay, and imagine if the creator of Ethereum decided to push an update for this new version of Ethereum that does not have these high gas fees, and he fucked up somewhere in the code, and now all of a sudden this gets wiped down by billions of dollars, this number. Someone's gonna have his head on a stick. So they've been taking a really long time to release this update, and a lot of people are complaining because the more there's congestion on the network, the more the gas fees go up. And the more, like, let's see what their gas fees are right now. They actually have a whole page on their site too if you want to see it. It's all about how their gas fees work. Hey, look at that. It's a Doge. So here's their gas tracker. And you could change the amount of gas that you pay for the transactions on a lot of places, where you could say, I don't want to pay the high gas fee, I'll pay a lower fee. But then it puts you in the queue lower. So like your transaction may never go through. Because remember, the miners have to accept these coming through. And if it's too low of an amount and the miners have all their miners set up to not accept anything that low, your transaction can get stuck for hours and then never go through. So then you lose the opportunity that, you know, you were trying to get, whether it's buying something or trading money or something like that. So there are ways to pay less gas fees when you do transfers, but depending on how much less you want to pay will depend on whether or not it'll really go through. Some might take longer. So this guy who apparently used to work for, well, he used to work for with Ethereum's team. He decided he was just going to code something from scratch and do his own and make it better and kind of fix all these problems out of the gate. And Cardano is that company. So if you want to look into somebody else who's about to fucking really probably take off and do well, just go online and search about them and look at what they're doing, learn about them, and I would suggest, if anything, check them out and maybe invest in that technology, because of the fact that they're gonna be like the next Ethereum, but better. Apparently, that's what everybody's saying. That's what I keep seeing about them online. So I would say that if you were gonna jump into it, you know, don't do it all at once, like I said. Like go in slowly, but look into them, learn about them, see if it's somebody that you want to support. You know, I watched the whole live stream from their the creator of Cardano last night, and it was like a few hours long, and I just sat here listening to him, and there's a lot of really cool things that he mentioned about what Cardano is going to be capable of. And if you go on somewhere like Reddit and you just type in Cardano, or on Twitter, and you see what people are saying about them, like you'll see there are a lot of people really happy with them. It's been peer reviewed what they've worked on. Other people with blockchain technologies who have created blockchain technologies have seen what they're doing, and everybody that I see that talks about Cardano right now says that they are like the next Ethereum, and they're going to take off, and they're going to be worth way more than they're worth now. So I haven't personally bought into it myself yet, but I did get someone in my family too that was talking to me about it, and I said, yeah, try it. I hear a lot of good things about them, and they've already doubled 1,000, so they've already got like over 2,000 in their account just from less than a month ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, if that they put their money in. They put 1,000 in, and now they have over 2,000. So if they sold it right now, it would be over 2,000. And Cardano is at, let's see what they're doing right now. All right, they're at 67 cents at the moment, I think. 68 cents, yeah. Yahoo's showing it. Who uses Yahoo? When I bought into them for the family member I was talking about, I bought in at 30 cents or about 30 something cents, and got about like a shit ton of thousands of Cardano, because it's only worth cents right now, and people are evaluating this to be worth like over $100 at least, within this year. I don't throw around numbers like that because I don't know enough about it to verify like, oh yeah, I think it's gonna be worth this much or that much, and Bitcoin's gonna be worth $500,000 by the end of the year. I hear a lot of people throwing out all these numbers. I don't buy any of that bullshit. The only thing I'm buying into is the fact that I read about these technologies and try to understand what they're doing and what they're working on. I've spent plenty of time. I mean, it's been months that I've been like little by little just like checking out like what's new in the space, because this stuff wasn't around back when I first started hearing about this technology. Like, there was Bitcoin, there was Ethereum, there was a few others, Dogecoin was around, but there wasn't a lot. So it was mostly just moving around money at the time. But now it's actual technologies that are releasing things that are going to help people and take the money away from people that have caused me lots of problems in the past. So I'm happy about that. So I would hope that everybody that believes that this is the next big thing to at least take the time to look into it and understand how it works, because there's a lot more to it than just trading money and moving money around. Like, that's what everybody thinks Bitcoin is all about. It's not. There's more to it, okay? And that's just scratching the surface. And I've been on here for what, like definitely probably more than an hour streaming at this point, right? What's it been? It's an hour and 50 minutes, 2 hours. And that's just scratching the fucking surface of what's available in DeFi. Yeah, I haven't even gotten into all DeFi stuff. All the actual other stuff in DeFi outside of that with like Cardano, there's so much other stuff that's happening. So yeah. ADA, yes, ADA. Now you can't find them on Coinbase or Coinbase Pro, but what I would suggest is go on Binance.us if you're in US, and then go on Kraken. Don't get on Crack, get on Kraken, which is a trading website that allows you to buy crypto. And then obviously Coinbase is another good one. Look into those because Binance and Kraken both also sell Dogecoin and ADA and a few others that you won't see on Coinbase. But here's why I think that people should buy into ADA if they, if they want to play around with it and learn more about it, whatever. The company's cool because they're not even, outside of their technology, they're not even listed on Coinbase yet. So if they really are as good as people are saying they are, and they get listed on Coinbase, you better believe that 68 cents they're at now is going to go way up. Because every new exchange that starts listing them, that's a whole new group of people who have money in that exchange who are going to buy it. Especially with all the good press coming out about Cardano. Like, I don't know, you do the math. If you put in $100 today and Cardano's worth 68 cents, and then half a year from now it's worth $100, that's how much you're going to make. Not $100. That's exponential. So depending on how much you put in. As far as Doge, yeah, like if Coinbase would adopt them, that would be great. But I think Coinbase kind of sucks for not. They could have taken advantage of listing them way back when the first pump happened. That would have been amazing because it would have kept going up. But they didn't. And then Robinhood and a bunch of other sites that were selling Doge stopped allowing you to actually be able to do anything. Like, I couldn't transfer my Doge to sell it when it was like sky high because I had it in my Exodus wallet at the time, and they had exchange for Doge turned off on the wallet. It said, sorry, not working right now. I'm like, oh yeah, conveniently when this shit's skyrocketing, I can't sell it or exchange it for Ethereum. Like, that was some BS move. But, I think, yes, if Coinbase puts them on there, that would be awesome. But because of everybody just calling them a meme coin, it might take a while before that happens. But if Elon really does allow for purchasing of Teslas with that, yeah, you better believe you're going to see it on Coinbase too. So they're going to want to take advantage of those fees so that they can get paid on anybody wanting to buy Dogecoin to get a Tesla. You know what I mean? So yeah, it should be cool and interesting to see how all this stuff goes. I'm going to get out of here now, so I will see you guys later. Have a good rest of your night, and I hope somebody here learned something and that somebody here can maybe make some extra money if they look into this and understand it a little better. So I hope you do. Take the time. It'll be worth it. Good night.